Well, you think your devil is over here somewhere,
How
right?
far can I go?
What have we got here? Oh, stop this thing!
The goblin seems unsure whether to bow to you or attack.
What do you want? What do you need?
An explanation. Tell me what you're doing with a deep gnome at once.
You are blessed, ain't ya? A true soul?
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
Pardon, sir. Didn't mean to doubt you. I know my place. Well, that's that. We'll be on our way. Do as you like with the pipsqueak.
The goblins slink backwards, afraid to take their eyes off you.
Stop! I have questions.
Ask the pipsqueak on the spinny tower. We're out of here.
All right then.
Fresh meats. Scared meats. Yes.
Stop this thing!
Cowardly little goblins.
Help! Stop this thing!
Shadowheart's attention is fixed on a damaged old statue.
We should keep moving.
Another episode. Why does this keep happening to you?
You already know as much as I do. Best ignore it. As long as it doesn't hamper us too much.
Okay. We could make it go faster. That would be fun.
Cut me loose!
What's in it for me?
Free me and find out!
That's a solid argument.
Magakabara. Those pustulant thugs! Well, get on with it.
I've freed you. Little compensation would be nice.
Compensation? Was that all? Well, I expected worse from the likes of you. Take my pack, if you can find it. The only reason those goblins caught me was its weight. I'll travel lightly from now on.
You're a little far from home for a deep gnome.
Ignorance is alive and well, it seems. Deep gnomes aren't restricted to the Underdark, you know. I've lived in Baldur's Gate for years. I'm in search of a friend. I fear he's in trouble. See this? I gave it to him years ago before I left home. I found it around the neck of a thug in the lower city. It was speckled with blood. My friend, nowhere to be found. But I still have hope. I have reason to believe he's in the Underdark. Hopefully, I'll pick up his trail from there. I always help my friends. On that note, I bid thee farewell. If we should meet again, well, we will have met again.
Your pack isn't much compensation. What was in it? Some smoke powder. Not really worth his life, but just asleep.
Breathe quiet. Move with care.
Good. Could slit his throat. And I'll wash it down with some booze.
Dream in red. Cursed to put my hands on everything.
What is that noise? I don't want to know.
A feast fit for an ogre. You notice a peculiar dagger protruding from the tough, leathery meat.
You sure I could have that dagger?
The dagger is tightly embedded in the carcass. You notice nothing unusual.
Well, here goes.
Your cautious method pays off. The dagger glides smoothly out of the mystery meat.
Such a pretty thing.
Mystery meat, tough as boar hide. Only the sharpest teeth could pierce it.
That might be worth a look.
My, what manner of place is this? A path to redemption? Or a road to damnation? Hard to say, for your journey is just beginning. What would suit the occasion? The words to a lullaby, perhaps. The mouse smiled brightly. It outfoxed the cat. Then down came the claw. And that, love, was that. They do know how to write them in Cormier, don't they? Well met, I am Raphael. Very much at your service. It's not every day one meets such a cavalier sinner as yourself. A true, bloody pleasure.
Oh, you're familiar with my work.
I'm rather the admirer of the sanguine arts, even if I wasn't quite born under a killing moon myself. Shall we withdraw? We have much to discuss, to our mutual satisfaction. This quaint little scene is decidedly too middle of nowhere for my tastes. Come.
Where the hell?
There, middle of somewhere.
Take me back. Now.
And deny you the honor of my hospitality? This is the House of Hope, where the tired come to rest and the famished come to feed lavishly. Go on, partake, enjoy your supper. After all, it might just be your last.
What makes you say that?
Call it a ninth sense.
Devil.
What's better than a devil you don't know? A devil you do. Am I a friend? Potentially. An adversary? Conceivably. But a savior? That's for certain.
What makes you think I need saving?
Come now, why play hard to get when you're in deep over your tadpoled head? One skull, 2 tenants, and no solution in sight. I could fix it all, like that.
Then fix it, or die by my hand.
Yes. I like it when my clients put up a fight, only to realize victory was never an option. Try to cure yourself, shop around, beg, borrow, and steal. Exhaust every possibility until none are left. And when hope has been whittled down to the very marrow of despair, that's when you'll come knocking on my door. Hope. Such a tease.
I'll rip out your mocking tongue.
Ah, yes, the tongue. Yet another piece of pleasurable anatomy you'll soon have to do without. All those pretty little symptoms, sundering skin, dissolving guts, they haven't manifested yet, have they? One might say you're a paragon of luck. I'll be there when it runs out.
Devils. Well, you're a devil expert.
The goblins still infest the roads. As long as their leaders live, Zevlor's people are trapped.
What did you make of Raphael?
He brings to mind a story. The Devil with the Silver Tongue. An old fairy tale my father read to me. The kind with a hero, a villain, and a moral. A farmer made a deal with the devil, so the story goes. In exchange for the farmer's dearest fruit, the devil granted him a bottomless coin purse. The farmer's dearest fruit, naturally, was no apple nor peach, but his beloved daughter. We can learn a lot from fairy tales. Don't you think?
With the right teacher, yes. What are your thoughts on the devil, Will?
Refuse him, no matter how tempting the offer, no matter how delicious the feast he lays out for you. The cost will be too great.
Don't worry, I have no interest in a devil's deal.
That's because you still have hope. But when he becomes your last hope, remember this. He'll require of you only what you're least ready to part with, and then require more still. You might think you'd give up anything for a cure, but the devil won't take just anything. He'll take everything.
I'll think on it.
Bloody hells. Literally. Just when I think I've got a grasp on our dilemma, a devil shows up. No matter. We've dealt with every other oddity thrown at us lately. We can handle this one too. Now, as for this Raphael, he knows our secret. He claims he can help. What do you make of him?
He's a devil. We shouldn't trust him. Simple as that.
No doubts at all. He seemed powerful and very knowledgeable about our problem. Not the worst prospect we've stumbled across. As long as you can look past what he is.
Enough about me. What do you think is best?
I'll tell you in due course. I just wanted to see how close we are in thinking, first of all.
How close is that?
Anticipation. She is testing me somehow. About Raphael.
Seems like you have a particular point you want to make about Raphael.
Actually, yes, you're right. Very intuitive. Clearly the devil was trying to sow doubt among us. He's clever. My order uses the same tactic when dealing with enemies of Shah. You don't need a scourge or a rack to break people. Fear and self-doubt is sufficient. When actual pain comes, the victim's already done the heavy lifting for their torturer. There were no right answers with that devil. He was toying with his food. Us.
So who are Shah's enemies? Who receives this treatment?
There are many. But they all renounce their gods when they are taught fear. Watch out for that devil.
This devil, Raphael, flaunts his paltry wings as if he wants to impress us. You saw the red dragon slaying his infernal kin above hell's fires, did you not? Next to a dragon, the devil's a gnat. When I am Kithrak, I will take my Queen Vlaakith his head as a trophy.
You think it's going to be that easy? Well, we have no dragons at our disposal now, I'm afraid.
I will sit astride one. It is only a matter of time. I will ride a red dragon. I will wield the silver sword, and I will conquer every layer of hell, should my queen command it.
That doesn't help us right now, Lae'zel. Why were the knights chasing the Mind-Flayer ship anyway?
The Geich are my kind's mortal enemy. It is not unusual for the Kithrak to give chase, to penetrate the hells. This is unusual. But I'm not one to question the wisdom of my queen. I can see but to the horizon. Vlaakith's sight pierces the many planes.
Fairly useless, I'll be honest, Lae'zel. Well, the bridge is out. So much blood.
Something tore right through these people. They didn't stand a chance.
The creature's eyes roll back in its head, equal parts bliss and agony. Her awful smell irresistible. And while her blood feast has filled her, the hyena is not yet sated.
Come! See! My flesh becomes new flesh!
You hear what comes next before you see it. The sharp snapping of bones, and a yelp of pain as her body starts to twist and undulate. You watch with cold realization. This isn't the end of one life, but the start of another. Her darling pups will not be of her own species. Gnolls bring forth their iniquitous litter from many corpsed wombs, including hyenas. You land a swift strike against her skull. She yelps, then goes still. Whatever horrific creature was growing inside the hyena dies along with her.
Add 2 to the tally.
On the move.
We need to end them quickly.
Come on, can't stay idle. Mor's cut. Here goes nothing.
That hyena's making a break for it. On my way.
Forever dauntless. No time to waste.
Nicely done.
Talk to me.
Blood comes easy these days. Shouldn't have made me your enemy.
Crafty little things. Gnolls. Sword. More of them.
Whatever killed those gnolls might be nearby. Careful.
Maybe there's still something in this hut.
Nothing we need to worry about.
At ease, friend. You're welcome to rest here.
It's very kind.
Who's there? Please, keep your distance. You're welcome to shelter here, but we've grave injuries to tend to.
Rest easy. I'll only stay a short time. Who or what attacked you?
A devil. The most deadly foe we've yet encountered. We are paladins of Tyr, Lord of Justice. He sent us after an infernal being, straight out of the Nine Hells, hiding in the form of a one-horned tiefling.
One horn? Then you mean Karlach, Archdevil's bootlicker.
You know her, which means you know what the Fiend is capable of. She slaughtered countless refugees fleeing the Absolute. Yesterday, she butchered an entire family without mercy. We were lucky to survive our encounter with her.
Let me help. I can hunt down this monster.
She ran toward the river when she saw we were merely wounded, not dead. Down the hill from here. She must pay for her crimes. If you capture her, you will have served Tyr where we could not.
This is the Sword of Justice, blessed by Tyr. I've wielded it since I swore my oath.
It's all I have, but it's yours if you stop her. Bring me her head, and Tyr will consider her crimes repaid.
Very well. I'll bring you her head.
May the just God guide you.
The rot of death. Delightful.
Where would you be hiding the money? Won't be getting in that one. Let's go find this devil.
Need any supplies? We've fewer mouths to feed now.
How many did you lose?
2. Both stalwarts of Tyr, sworn to uphold justice.
What happened to you?
The Lord of Justice sent us after a devil haunting this area. We squared off against her. We lost. Talk to Anders if you want the details. I don't have it in me to recount the horror. In Tyr's name.
Yes, whatever your god wants you to do, I don't care. Follow no god.
One horn. The stink of Avernus. Advocatus Diaboli.
Well, I'll be God's damned. The Blade of Frontiers. Thought I'd shaken you for good. That'll teach me to underestimate you. Touch me, and you'll regret it.
A great heat roars through you, her heat, fiery as the hells. Then you're lost in visions of demonic armies as you tear through a landscape of fire and blood, the Blood War. You saw it from above as the Nautiloid passed through Avernus. This woman was on the front line.
What was that?
Evidence. Proof that you're a devil. A gladiator in the archdevil Zariel's army.
I can explain, but it's a whole situation. If you just hear me out...
Another vision. Karlach's blade raised, slicing through devils, Zariel's servants, as her eyes dart around, seeking escape. Her rage and desperation seep into you. She is a victim of the Blood War, not an agent of it.
She's trying to trick us. Don't believe her lies.
You saw the truth. I never wanted to serve Zariel. I was enlisted in her army against my will. Forced to fight, and fight I did. When I saw an opportunity to get away, I took it. Finally home. Or near it, anyway.
You served her. That's enough to damn you.
Looks like you found your mark, Will. Let's send your devil back to the hells.
It's done, Karlach. By my living soul, you will forever burn.
You know, I could have used a friend. Pity that won't be you.
Yes, pride.
Let's finish this.
Battle favors the fearless. Finding my way.
My path be true.
The devil is fallen. Hells, I should be celebrating, making toasts, roaring in victory. But I can't get the tadpole's visions out of my mind. Tell me we were right to strike Karlach down.
Who cares? I wanted a good fight and she gave me one.
I care. Damn it all! I vowed to hunt vicious monsters, not join their ranks.
Enough whinging already. You should be drunk on the kill, not drowning us in crocodile tears.
Right you are, Lae'zel. I've slayed myriad devils, each one a threat to Faerun. I've torn the horns from their heads without a second thought. Why should this time be any different? My prey has fallen. Hail the blade.
Hail the blade.
Hail again. And may our strikes always find their marks.
I agree. Let's take this head back and get that sword.
A faint, acrid smell clings to the corpse, like the memory of a storm. The head comes free with a sickening crunch.
Should mind my step. I'll take that. A key. It might open the toll house vault. Anything of use?
I return triumphant.
Well,
Here's a head, just like you asked.
Thank you. As promised, here is my blade. Blessed by Tyr. It's sacred. The most valuable thing I've ever held. I hope it serves you as well as it served me.
Doesn't seem to have served you that well, does it?
Your actions saved many souls. Tyr be with you.